A group of pastors were forced to find a different location for a racial reconciliation event in the Capitol, all because their theme included, quote, an appeal to heaven. The pastors were originally granted approval to use the Congressional Auditorium in the Washington, D.C. Capitol Visitor Center, but they were told last Friday that they must eliminate reference to heaven from their title. And joining us now by Skype is Bishop Harry Jackson from the Reconciled Church. Bishop, tell us what happened here. Was the Capitol Visitor Center not aware of your meeting theme when they granted that original approval for the event?
No, they were aware of the original theme, but it seems as they looked into things that the question of God and heaven really caused them angst. And at the last minute, Bishop E.W. Jackson, who is working with me on this event, I'm a part of a larger national event called the Reconciled Church, which you've covered on CBN. And unfortunately, we got pushback and we felt that it was discriminatory and there was a tinge of religious prejudice in terms of our content, our theme, our focus. And we felt that we need to continue with the meeting anyway, rather than get all tied up in a back and forth fight with the folks at the Capitol.
Now, did they give you specific reasons why they were not granting you access, or are you just discerning what you think might have been their reasons for not granting the access?
What the representative said to us, our representatives, was simply that the God thing kind of bothered them, and they had a number of other questions, and that they had been digging into it for some time. So there was some back and forth from their team to our team on more than one call, more than one occasion. And Friday, they basically declared they couldn't guarantee that we'd be able to do the event on Wednesday, today. And based on that, the decision was made that we needed to move and hold the event. But we still need to cry out and let it be known that although taxpayer dollars pay for the location.
What concerns you about the fact that you were trying to do a good thing, trying to promote racial reconciliation, but you were not granted access to the Capitol Visitor Center?
Well, I think the real problem for me personally, can't speak for everybody else in our team, is that first a go-ahead was given. The rules were followed as we understood them at that moment. Then questions come, content is questioned, back and forth of who, what, when, and where, who's going to speak, how's it going to be addressed. And it seemed to me that there was some angst and concern about the fact that we're a biblically based evangelical Black Christian group. Had we been more of another religious background or more interracial, and there was a sense that there was more control over the event, may have been different. But from where I sit, it seems like religious pushback, racial concern about how this is going to look and what our intentions are going to be. However you envision it, it's not the welcome we want based on using a public facility and following the rules.
Bishop, I understand that you are still having your meeting at a separate location. What can you tell us about how it's working out at this point?
At this point, we're excited about it. It's obviously disrupted our flow, but we will be at the Washington Hilton this evening, and we're going to pray for God to heal the land, just as we did a few weeks ago in Dallas, Texas, when over 6,000 people gathered at that event, and the leadership of over 40 million evangelical Christians gathered together and mapped out 7 bridges to peace that will help heal the racial divide in the land. We feel Washington, D.C. is a critical loci for this event. And we're concerned that we're really seeing that one of the problems the nation faces may be her lack of openness at this stage to the God that we say we trust.
All right. Well, Bishop, we join with you in those prayers for healing. Thanks for your time right now.
Thank you very much for reaching out to us and talking to us today.